Let's get to the South Sydney Rabbitohs and preview them for this year coming. It's an interesting one for them. A lot of injuries last year. We just spoke about KAYO NRL. He's going to be moving on after the season. How do we see South going this year? They've still got a really good roster. I just mentioned the injuries. If they have no injuries, Coops, if they have no injuries, can they, I won't say win the comp, but can they be in contention to win a competition?
I'm really unsure with South Sydney. The thing that should give South Sydney fans hope is Wayne Bennett. It's not his first rodeo. He knows exactly how to get the best out of whatever player is on his list. I really like what the energy, the enthusiasm, the spark that the young blokes brought to the back end of the season. Gray, Duncan, Hubner, Ashton Ward, like when he got a couple of games, there was a lot of energy there. Latrell wasn't playing. Cody came back late. Whiten's there. So on paper, the Whiten, Cody, Latrell obviously is the go-to. But what those young blokes did, Jai Gray just has to be in the team somewhere because he just fights for every inch. It's a great character to have.
Who would you play at 7? Do you like Humphreys?
Him and Sullivan, to me, are okay. They're solid. They might have a good game here running, but they're just not going to dominate 80 minutes for 27 rounds. Walker, to me, has the confidence. He's got the experience. He's lost a bit of his legs and his speed, but when he came back at the back end of last year, that left side attack is still as fluent as it's ever been, right? Yeah. So I come from an angle of put responsibility and accountability on your best players. I think Cody Walker goes to 7. The challenge for Cody is can he defy when a 5'8" moves into the 7 jersey? Can you still be the game breaker and the game manager and still have an impact on the team? Jerome Luai went to the Tigers, wrestled with how do I run the footy, how do I run this team? There's a lot of players that have transitioned with the 6 to 7 and lost a little bit of their mojo. But I think Cody Walker...
Cody to 7, who's 6?
Oh, any one of the names you've just mentioned. This is, I think...
I've spent a lot of time with Humphreys at Manly, and there was a game against Newcastle through the Origin period where we didn't have Cherry Evans. He's a really good 7 when he in games where he's. I think he can run South's footy team. I really do. I think he can really free up Cody just to own that left side and run. I take your point absolutely, and it's great food for thought for Wayne Bennett there, because Cody with that extra responsibility might be just what it needs to unlock South a little. But I think Humphreys played behind a side that was highly depleted last year with injuries. And if you keep that back line together and that back row of Fafita, potentially Kalamatangi and Cam Murray there, if you put Cam Murray back into that side, he takes huge pressure off both halves. But he's got really good calmness, good composure, and a really good left foot kicking game.
I didn't think about that, Cam Murray. I think he becomes Isaiah of South Sydney. Just give him the first 3 tackles of every set, control the play the ball, and then it actually helps for a awkward 7 who doesn't understand the nuances of first receiver and the movements to actually get him out the back of a 13 to move on the 45-degree angle a bit more smoothly. So to Mick's point, maybe that is the case. Maybe it is Walker and Humphreys, and it's Cameron Murray controlling everything in the middle of the field like Isaiah.
I think you're right. I mean, Humphreys, and being a half, like if you're struggling in a team with injuries and you're not going forward or getting that quick play of the ball, Murray was out for a significant part of the year. It's a different ball game. He has looked really good when they have been going well in the 7 position with a bit of momentum and play the ball speed. Just going back quickly before we tie off with South. Now, could you play Whiten in the halves with Walker? Is that an option with that? And then you could even put Jai Gray at fullback and Latrell in the centres. That's a question that's going to be asked all year. Should Latrell be fullback? Like that. Where do you sit with that? Because I know it's been spoken about for a long time, but with Jai's form and effectiveness when he has played at 1 and how good they have looked when he's been there, it's going to continue. What would you guys do?
If I'm Wayne Bennett, he's probably going to do this. I'd have a conversation with Latrell and say, it's up to you, Latrell. If Latrell eyeballs me and says, I want to be the fullback and I want to dominate this team, I'm giving him the fullback jersey. If he goes, yeah, I'll play left centre, Jai Gray's my fullback.
In a side that was highly depleted, they needed energy, they needed enthusiasm, and we were all captivated. We loved what Jai Gray brought every week because he was just so wholehearted. If South Sydney are fully fit, I'm playing Latrell at fullback.
Okay.
I'm playing.
All depends on Latrell.
That combination down that left-hand side, and I would love to see it open up on the right-hand side because when Latrell ventures right, he's a threat too, but he sits on that left-hand side a lot with Cody. But if he ventures to that right-hand side and they become double-sided, and his pass selection and presence out the back is phenomenal.
The combination.
I think if
But what do you do with Jai?
if Latrell is dialed in this year,
That's where that six bench rotation becomes so important.
Latrell is dialed in this year, plays 20 plus games, and most of those games are 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
He's got to be.
And the only real way,
But if he wants to go 50-50 in and out, sometimes good, sometimes bad, he's left centre, Jai Gray, you're in, your whole heart.
the reality is, if they want to win a comp, Latrell's got to be that anyway.
He's got to have his
Right.
hands on
He's
the
one of the
ball.
best moments players in our comp.